Welcome back to your Dream Coach podcast. My name is Shayla, and today I am going to talk about one of the smartest investments that you can make in your business, and that is hiring a coach. A little bit biased, being a business coach myself, but if you have ever wondered whether coaching is worth it, this episode is for you. So I am going to break it down today into three simple but powerful reasons why a business coach can be a game changer. So let's jump in. One of the biggest challenges for small business owners isn't lack of ideas, right? Most business owners have never-ending lists with all these amazing ideas, and it's actually not even knowing which ideas to prioritize. The reality is entrepreneurship comes with an overwhelming number of responsibilities: marketing, sales, operations, customer service, finances, and more. And so when everything feels urgent, it's easy to fall into a cycle of reacting instead of proactively building toward long-term success. And a business coach helps cut through the noise and identify what will actually move the needle. They bring an outside perspective, helping you see your blind spots and focus on high impact activities rather than the busy work. So instead of constantly guessing or second guessing, you'll have a clear roadmap tailored to your business goals. So this kind of clarity saves time, it reduces stress, and it accelerates growth. And so with a coach, you're not just working hard, you're working smart. And how many of us have said that before? I know I definitely have. And so what this allows you to do is it allows you to stop spinning your wheels and start executing a strategy that leads to measurable results, ensuring that your energy is invested in the right areas to build a business that's both profitable and sustainable. I know through my journey through my direct sales business that grew to over 30 offices across the country and millions in sales and hundreds to some point thousands of sales reps I was responsible for. I didn't get more hours in the day, and the ideas I was coming up with and just the energy and excitement when you see a business grow, it really, this speaks true to me that that busy work can really kind of allow you to get distracted from the main thing to get us to that end goal of growth, financial gains, building to the team the levels that we want. And so the first thing really that I have found just from my own clients, from my own investment in coaching, is a business coach is going to help you with clarity and strategy, knowing your next move. The other benefit of investing in a coach is that accountability. I just had a coaching session before recording this podcast, and oftentimes coaches will have their clients fill out a prep form just to make sure that the call and the investment of their time and energy is designed to allow them to get exactly what they want from the call. And this client didn't have that filled out, and it was easy for this client to turn to the idea of, well, maybe we just should reschedule. And I said, hey, I can appreciate that you're not prepared, and that's okay. But let me just remind you why we actually do, why you invested in coaching in the first place. And I had this client kind of share with me, what's the benefit of these calls? And she really just came to the idea and the conclusion, right, is the accountability, and that I may not be as prepared as I want, but there's accountability that needs to happen, and we need to turn the ideas that we talked about on our last call, and we need to continue to build that into action. So a business coach allows for that accountability because we're humans, and when we don't feel 100%, or we don't feel the energy, or we haven't prepared to the level we know we're capable of, it's easy to deflect that. And what a coach allows you to do is to ask the tough questions, to hold you accountable to what the goal was in the first place. And so setting big goals is exciting, but execution is where most entrepreneurs get stuck. And I say entrepreneurs because I believe everybody's an entrepreneur in some way, shape, or form. Even if you are currently an employee in a workplace, your mindset of thinking like an entrepreneur, having ownership, being creative is a value. And we can get stuck. And the daily grind, the distractions, and the self-doubt can make it easy to procrastinate or just lose momentum. And so that's where a business coach comes in, not just as a strategist, but as a true accountability partner who ensures you follow through. And so a coach doesn't just help you plan. They help you stay committed to the plan. They check in on your progress. They challenge when you need that and provide guidance to keep you moving forward. And when you know someone is holding you to your commitments, you are far more likely to stay disciplined and take consistent action, especially on the things you tend to avoid. And so it's not about working harder or doing more. It's about working smarter with intention and focus. And a coach helps you eliminate distractions, build productive habits, and execute on the things that truly matter. And so this level of accountability separates those who merely dream about success from those who actually achieve it. And my third observation of the value of coaching is a growth and mindset, and starting to think like a CEO. Most business owners start as solo entrepreneurs doing everything themselves, handling sales, marketing, customer service, operations, and even bookkeeping. And while this hands on approach is necessary in the early stages, it quickly becomes a bottleneck. And to grow, you need to transition from being the person who does it all to the leader who builds and guides a thriving business. And that shift starts with mindset. And a business coach helps you break free from the limiting beliefs that keep you stuck in survival mode. Many entrepreneurs operate from a place of fear of failure, fear of letting go, or fear of even making the wrong decision. And so a coach helps you replace those fears with confidence, showing you how to trust yourself, making strategic decisions, and stepping into a leadership role. And the mindset shift is what allows you to scale. So instead of just working in your business, you start working on your business, and you learn to delegate, optimize processes, and build systems that allow your business to grow beyond you, ultimately thinking like a CEO. Okay. And thinking like a CEO isn't just about making more money. It's about creating a business that runs efficiently, provides impact, and gives you freedom. And so even if you aren't the CEO, you don't own the business, but you're in a leadership role, you're an employee, and you are feeling some of these things that I've talked about today. You'd love to have more of that mindset of being growth oriented, right? You'd like to have this accountability, because some of us, maybe we work in bigger businesses where that one-on-one attention is not there, but that's something that the company would invest for you. Your people are the biggest asset when you think about a business. And so how do we scale growth? How do we have more strategy, more clarity for our employees, for ourselves as leaders, so that we are moving the needle further along and stepping out of the business for a minute to actually make sure that we're working on the business and getting in the right direction. And so investing in a business coach isn't just about learning strategies. It's about transformation. Clarity, accountability, and a growth mindset are what separates struggling entrepreneurs from thriving ones. If you're really serious about taking your business to the next level, this is really one of the investments that pays for itself over and over and over again. So I want to just say thanks so much for tuning in today. And if this resonated with you, be sure to subscribe and let's keep the conversation going. If you love today's episode, you can tag Shayla Way Coaching on your socials, and I'll see you next time.